Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Meg Haworth, and I help women abuse survivors heal their histories and their health holistic wellness solutions, including mind body medicine, nutrition, and transpersonal psychology to help you get well now. And today, what I want to talk about are your emotions and autoimmune disease, because the two are very closely related. So think about autoimmunity. An autoimmune disease is basically when your own immune system begins to attack healthy tissue thinking that it's diseased, that there's something wrong with it. So the body's attacking itself. So what I want you to start thinking about are what are some of the ways that you may be attacking yourself? Because the body is serving as a metaphor for your experience. So this is huge in Western culture. We are attacking ourselves constantly. We are comparing ourselves to people, to everyone else out there, to the woman on the billboard, in the magazine, on TV, all the different things that we do, where we're really focusing on the outward experience when it's the inward experience that we need to be focusing on releasing and then creating in a way that is empowering for us. But that's kind of a conversation for a little bit later. So think about attacking yourself. What do you say to yourself? Just start with that one. Are you saying supportive things to yourself? Are you telling yourself, I love you? Are you telling yourself, you're awesome, you're smart, you're brilliant, you go girl? Those things where you're being self-supportive and self-caring and self-loving. So if you're not doing that, that's a simple place to start. And you may think, oh my God, that's not so simple for me because I tell myself awful things all the time. If you're doing that and you have an autoimmune disease, there may be a correlation. I see this all the time in my practice, working with mind-body medicine techniques. My whole person integration technique really helps people understand the connections between the mind, the body, what you think, what you feel, what you believe, and what's going on in the body-mind. Now, if you haven't been introduced to this concept yet, the body-mind is the body having its own mind, basically. So it remembers. I say this all the time. The body always remembers what you're trying to forget. So if you had experiences as a child that were difficult, like if you've ever taken the ACE quiz, Adverse Childhood Experiences quiz, it's on my website at meghaworth.com. Very easy to take. It's a 10-question quiz, and it's having to do with the ACE study. And that was done at Kaiser Permanente in San Diego. They've been tracking more than 17,000 people since the mid-90s. And what they've noticed is an indelible link between what happened to you as a child and chronic illness decades later. Now, autoimmune disease in Western culture has become, it's everywhere. So autoimmune diseases from arthritis to Hashimoto's, thyroiditis. Now, we know that there are major links between autoimmune disease and what's in our environment, all of the chemicals that we're having to endure these days. There's over 80,000 chemicals now in our environment, and in our food, there's more than 10,000 chemicals. So in my over a dozen years working as a holistic private celebrity chef in Hollywood, I helped people with diets for specific conditions. So I look at the nutrition aspects of, what are you eating, and helping you create diets for the specific conditions. But I also look at the emotions. And this is where I find just the most fascinating way and creative ways that we store emotions in our bodies, the ways that we're attacking ourselves unconsciously. So the body-mind has held on to an experience that happened to you many, many years ago, and it's stored it somewhere. And I can guarantee you it's storing it in a place where your body is weakened, where it's weakened by disease. So maybe it's in your thyroid. So you might be dealing with issues of not being able to speak up for yourself. So start thinking of your body as a metaphor for your experience. Maybe you've got MS and you feel crippled. You started feeling crippled as a child. This is something that I've seen in my practice with clients that have MS. And you feel stuck and like you can't go anywhere. So these kinds of things, these emotions that you're holding have a correlation with your experience. They have a major correlation between those two things. So there's the self-attack, there's the assault of the food and the chemicals in the environment. There's EMF, electromagnetic field, so that's Wi-Fi, cell phones, the different energetic waves that we have in the environment that could be draining our system. Now I know I'm telling you a lot of what sounds like bad news, but the cool thing is it doesn't have to be this way. You can heal in many cases, in most cases you can heal and reverse a lot of the issues that are going on today. So another thing that I want to talk about with autoimmunity and emotions is what the way that you were attacked as a child, whether you were sexually, physically, or emotionally abused. And this is coming from my own personal story because I went through all of those things. And then I also went through over a dozen illnesses, including fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, irritable bowel syndrome, leaky gut syndrome, migraine headaches, TMJ. I suffered a lot. Depression, panic attacks, post-traumatic stress disorder from all the abuse that I went through. I drowned, I was struck by lightning. There were a lot of things that happened, but I was able to turn all of them around with food, with environment, with changing things around me. But the most important thing that I did was I healed the inner emotional demons, damage that was going on in there. I healed a lot of the ways that I saw myself. And the things that I was saying to myself, I didn't even realize I was saying to myself. So monitor your thoughts for just one day. Just try this do it for 1 hour. What are you thinking in that 1 hour of time? Are you yelling at yourself? Are you saying, oh, you stupid, I can't believe you just did that, or I can't believe you just said that, or ruminating over something that you just experienced or you're afraid of doing. You might be paralyzed in fear all the time. So just start to notice what's happening on the inside, just what you're thinking. And then also know that there's this unconscious piece that's going on in there. So even if you're in this happy place, you think, everything's wonderful, there might be something underneath that you're ignoring and disease is forming in the body, autoimmune disease, some way that you're being attacked. So anyway, I would love to talk to you about what's happening for you. You can have a free consultation with me. I'm available through meghaworth.com, MEGHAWORTH.com. And if you're dealing with any of these things, the self-attack, the assault of the environment and the food that you're eating, food chemicals, and chemicals in the environment, and also maybe you were attacked as a child, those things could really be contributing to an autoimmune disease that you have today. And if you need help with that, I would love to just talk to you about it. And if I can't help you, I'm connected with hundreds of other amazing doctors that are in the health and wellness space. And I can help find you someone who can help you through what you need help with. So again, thank you so much for listening. My website is meghaworth.com, MEGHAWORTH.com. And I hope this information will help you get well now.